Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Right. Alright. Microphone is on. The game has not yet been launched. I'll give myself a second here to collect myself. And, right. What remains of Edith Finch? Oh. It's full screen. I'm hoping I can change that. Deary me. Okay. Hello everyone. If anyone's watching, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are having a fan-bloody-tastic day. Today, as you can see, I will be playing What Remains of Edith Finch. I know it's Edith, I know. But, yeah. I can't see the chat just yet. 1 minute. Oh dear. Wow. Alright, wait. Let's go. I want it to be windowed, please, and I want it to be 1280 by 720. That's good. That's all fine. I guess I'll auto detect optimal. See what happens. Lovely jubbly. Alright, now I can see the stream. Hey Dons, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, bro. I need to make this that. Oop. Hopefully. Yes! Alright. Before we start though, before we get going, give me 1 fraction of a second here for me to set up my... Hey! Wait, I said. Game progressing without me and shit. I said wait. I should have done this off stream, now I realise. But I was in a bit of a rush today, so... I'm afraid I didn't have time to do this off stream. So you guys are going to have to bear with me for a second here. But I found this game on Steam. I saw this game on Steam, and the title caught my attention instantly. What Remains of Edith Finch. It just sounds like a book. It doesn't sound like a game. So it immediately grabbed my attention. So I no idea what this game is about. No idea what kind of game it is. I hope it's not scary, because I'm terrible with scary games. If it is scary, then you guys are going to love it, because I'm going to be shitting myself every second of the way. Okay. Alright. And we are done. Sort of. Sort of done. Lovely. Okay. Let's get into this, shall we? So it is a little bit early still. Just gonna... Whoops. I can actually play the game through the stream. I was looking at the stream, I wasn't even looking at the game. Right, okay, controls. That's fine. I'll put that on for my help. Audio. I'll leave everything on, because it's fine. Graphics-wise, we're fine. Credits, no, none of that. Alright, back to the game we go. I'm Edith Finch. Oh, I think it's a mouse and keyboard kind of game. Oh, I can turn the page. That's cool.
And I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning, with the house.
Wow. Wow! Look at that! It's so cool! It's so pretty.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop
You
in.
can interact with the damn environment just by walking up to the stuff. Oh no.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Jesus. Oh it is going to be a scary game. I can zoom in with shift. And right click. And what left click does, nothing yet.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Okay. Oh.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7
So you have
years
to
ago.
actually do the motion of pulling the
Open
thing
immediately.
down and turning the page and stuff. That's awesome. Also, completely missed what she just said. I was too busy talking.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
No, Lewis is dead. It was Milton before. How many brothers has this girl lost? Jesus. It's one of those games you just want to look at everything to see if it triggers something.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Oh. So her
Maybe
mum's
she thought
dead.
I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Maybe she thought I'd know. The Finches. That's me! Do I go up or down here? You go down. I can hear it, I can't see it. Oh, it's spooky. What, can I not go this way? Can't go that way, doesn't let me.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Damn.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Wow. That only the house knew the
The
answers
woods
to?
around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
So her words actually kind of guide you a little bit. Okay. Have our first structure here. The basketball hoop by the looks of things up there. Oh, it's the house. God, I move fast.
The house was exactly like I remembered it.
Wow.
The way I'd been dreaming about it.
Looks like something out of series of unfortunate events. We're in Washington. Well, I guess we're going to the house then. Before we do, wait a gosh darn second here. I was getting uncomfortable. I was getting uncomfortable. Another missing poster.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Why? Well, probably because it looks like a fucking hellhole. Looks like one of those horror mansions. There's missing posters everywhere.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were.
She's 17?
I was afraid of the house.
She's 17 and she's lost 2 brothers and her mum. So far. Jeez. Right, before we go in, let's look around a bit. I'm curious. Ah, there's a room in there. Oh, that's so cool. Can I interact with it? No. What the fuck? I didn't mean to do
Crawling
that.
through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
That's awesome. Can I go out again? Nope. Alright, well.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Okay. Power's off. So there's no electricity. Do you know what? Turn that off. I like it blank like that. Looks better. Kind of takes you out of the game a little bit and puts a bit more reality into it without that reticle in the middle of the screen. So let me leave that off. I prefer that off.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Aww. You left a bunch of stuff. Witch's Kitchen, A Viking's Belly, The Nordic Cookbook, Flour, Salt, Water, Yeast.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Jesus. What the hell? Lewis Finch, 1988 till 2010. So he was 12... wait. 2 to 1990, 12, 22. Oh, he wasn't a kid, he was quite old. We haven't met Edie yet. Or Dawn. So he was my older brother. Yeah, because if he was 22, I'm 17 now. So Edie's the grandmother, Dawn must be my mum.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Fliff! Salmon. It looks like one of those kind of war bunkers where you'd find like a bunch of just rations and stuff. It's such a pretty environment. Wow, how have I never seen this game before? These are all stories. The Metamorphosis, Franz Kafka, I've read that.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Jeez. Edie had a wheelchair with her name on it. Oh, this game is so atmospheric. I don't know if you guys can even hear the game. Let me turn the volume up a bit, because you guys need to hear the atmosphere a little bit more. There we go. If it's too loud, I'll turn it down.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Oh, the mum. The mum didn't like the grandma. Oh, we've got some drama. We have some drama.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
So many books. This bookshelf is empty. Oh, they were packing them. Well, they almost packed them. They failed to, though, by the looks of things.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
After it sank? Whoa. Wow! Oh, that's awesome! I love that. So, by the way, these text things, when she starts talking, I'm not triggering that. I'm just looking at things. I'm not clicking anything. Like, if I'm just looking in the general direction, she starts. So, I thought that was a spider. Ah, we have insects. That's a bit worrying. Not looking forward to those coming up soon. Feel like they're gonna just come out of nowhere. What the fuck? I hope that was outside. That scared the shit out of me. I thought that was in the game. If it was outside, Jesus Christ, kid. Or does that say Barbara? Oh, I'm moving it. I'm moving it. It's me.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara,
Aww.
along with the rest of the house.
Along with the rest of the house. So Barbara, we haven't met yet either. Is that a Sasquatch in the background there? It's like a Sasquatch going through the trees.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Stay out of the basement, huh? Wonder what kind of demon is in there. So this is the front door.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
It's a lantern.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Jeez. Look at all the mail we've collected over the time. We haven't left anything. It was all left... Wow, what's that?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Oh. It's not terrifying at all. I was expecting a jump scare. For some reason this game's giving me the chills. Can I get out of this? This game... Like, I'm getting... Oh, it's... Look, it's like insulated in. It's silicone shut. Damn. This game is giving me the creeps, dude, already. I don't know how to feel about this. Oh, look at the Barbie.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Oh, shit.
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh, so the mom closed the bedrooms. Why? I love how it guides you to tell you where to go. It's so cool. So there's Calvin and Sam. That's so awesome, the doors. The star and the space, and then this guy was patriotic, I guess, with the Air Force. 1950 to 1960.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Oh, it was her granddad's brother. There's a line going through the middle, like separating. It's a rope, separating the two sides. That's pretty cool. Gregory. He was only one?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
So that looks like a bathroom. So Gregory was 1? 1976 to 1977. Sven and Edie. Oh, Edie was Edie was the grandma. So that must be her, and that's Sven. I've never heard of Sven before, so... Wait. 1915 to 1964.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s
49.
room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Edith Sr. Oh. So she was an artist. So Edie was old. God, look at that. No, don't look in again. Go out. So Edie was 1917 to 2010. So that's 3 plus 83, 93 when she died. Wow. Pretty good. Sven, though, didn't last that long. Sven lasted 45... 49. Yeah, 49, I was right. Wow. So 80... How old was she? 93 and he was 45? 49, I mean. Oh, there he is. The daddy.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Odin. What? That's a full-on door. That's a cable. Where does that go? Ooh. What was that? Hey, Wolf. Welcome to the
Barbara
stream,
was a
dude.
child star for 2 years.
Barbara.
Until America grew out of it.
I'm hearing creaks. See, she's already set me up for fear now. Whatever. Let's open
Mom
it.
must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
How would you even do that? I'm hearing creaks, and I'm not liking them. This, I've checked. The seas. Oh, I didn't even look outside before. Oh. Oh. Are you playing as a prisoner in your house? So far, no. My mum gave me a key, and now I'm back home. This is where I used to live, apparently, with my family. Now I've come back home, and I'm looking around the house. So far, I've lost. My mum is dead. 2 of my brothers are gone. One of them is dead. One of them is missing, and we don't know if he's alive. Molly was only 10.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Alright, well, Molly's dead as well then. Brilliant. So she was dead. These are death dates. But, this is the only room that's open, so...
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Great Uncle Walter.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
I love how atmospheric it is.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Perhaps? Oh! Yeah! So, you end, yeah? So, this movement is me. I'm moving this little lock thing.
Turns out, my mom was really good at
and
keeping
opening
secrets.
the book. That's awesome!
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
So, okay. Wait a minute. Huge improvement here. Okay. Not improvement, huge evolution, I mean. First things first. It'd be good if I could walk a bit faster, but it doesn't matter. Right, so the only room we found open was the room that the mum wanted us to unlock. Now, bear in mind the mum gave us the key for this. So, I can't remember whose room this was. But there's it doesn't look like a room at all. It looks like a little crawl space.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Milton. Oh, it's a fluff.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh, pink room. Don't know if I like the
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Oh, okay, we've got our first save point. Can't go back that way, so looks like I'm inside someone's rooms. One of their rooms. What is this?
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot
Molly.
of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
Oh, it's like a shrine. So Molly died first, I guess?
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Don't eat the hamster.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Fish.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
What's going on? Christopher.
My Halloween candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
German. The mother is German. Okay. Oh, don't. Oh. Oh, look how small I am. I can't even
I
reach
kept
the mirror.
eating and eating.
What is that? Toothpaste. No! Jesus, girl. What the hell is wrong with you?
I ate a lot of things that night.
feel like you shouldn't be eating that.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Oh.
It was
look
a
at it.
barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
What?
I was a cat.
Excuse me? It's a dream.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really
I've
scared.
got a little bell on me. Oh my god, I love this. Yeah. Is it taking me to its nest?
I
Yeah.
jumped and I almost got her.
I don't want to kill it. You can hear me purring.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Jesus, Edith, what the hell is wrong with you? Who is this again? Forgot this one's name.
I gobbled her up,
Oh,
and suddenly I was an owl.
oh.
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh, this is awesome! Right, but wait a minute. Wait a fraction of a second. Just need to turn that down a tiny little bit. Alright. Where? Okay, I can hear it.
Rabbits.
So I can swoop down with click. Now it's a matter of finding them. Oh, there. I see you, little bastard. Turn. Okay. I can't see them. Oh, there it is. Oh shit, I got it. Nice.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Who is this demonic
Then I
kid?
flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
Where? Doesn't look much bigger.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Christ.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
Yeah, not sure about that one. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, ow. Oh, I can wriggle. Yay. Ow. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, it.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Sunken boat. This is awesome. No, down. What?
I wanted
Bastard.
fat, juicy seeds.
Oh, I'm gonna consume the crap out of you. Come here.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
That's horrible. Where you going, kid? You gonna get away from me, you think? No. You are going
Grabbed
to
on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Oh, I'm an octopus! Yes! What is this game? I love this. So I can only assume I'm an octopus. Oh, and I pull myself along. That's so cool!
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh, I thought it was an octopus.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Well, Christ! So I'm just some weird killing kid.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
You hear him mumbling in there? Jeez! Oh! Woohoo! Right, let's go out this way. We can go around. Forgive me, sir.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Hey. But what the hell is going on in this sequence? Like,
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I can't tell if she's dreaming or hallucinating because of the shit she's eaten. She ate toothpaste, she ate that weird Christmas stuff, which I assume was plastic, and she ate the gerbil food. This is going to be my bathroom, isn't it? Yep. I knew it. I knew it was going to be my bathroom. Oh, God.
I got closer and closer.
Yeah, look, Molly. I knew it. Oh, God. I don't even know what I'm looking for.
All of my stomach started growling.
Jeez, can I turn this off? No.
And
Oh,
suddenly, I was me again.
I was the...
I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Jesus Christ, girl. What is this game? So we found
I'm not
Molly.
sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
So that's Molly's weird story. Oh, it's the cat! Did you guys see it? The black cat was on the tree there.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Oh,
Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Oh, it's like a rebirth.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Oh, this is Edie's room. Okay. Lurpy. She's got portraits of the little birds. Aw. That's cute.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
A mole man.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Aw. Oh yeah, 'cause Edie is Edith, isn't it?
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Beat 1937, Avon Finch. Avon? Oh, Sven, sorry, Sven. Sven Finch.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
He got killed by a slide? Oh, his tools, look, all the... Oh. There it is. I love how the text actually goes behind the picture. Tragedy strikes at Finch family pond. Celebration turns to mourning. Wow. No wonder this game won a damn award. This game won a BAFTA award.
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Jeez.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Oh, Calvin and Sam, they must have been twins. Fuck. Mirror and sounds, guys.
Museum.
Odin. So he was 57.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Wow, look at the caption underneath. That's so cool.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Damn.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse
He
behind.
put his house on a boat? That's awesome.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Shit. Sure, I've probably seen
Odin's
that coming.
daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Damn.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
So Molly is the mum's sister. Not a sister of the girl. Not a sister of us. Molly must have been the mum's sister.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Because if Edie there, that's Edie Senior. So Molly is her daughter. Yeah. Okay. Oops.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Yeah. Yeah, so Odin and Ingeborg made Edie. Yes.
even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Ooh, very pink. Very pink. What
The
on
only
earth?
trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Nice.
It was a pretty big trace.
Right, wait a second. Oh, this is where she cleaned. She couldn't stand up in the damn shower. Reminds me of my my granddad. When he was approaching the end, we used to get washed like that. Damn. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch. Okay, so this looks like a second handle thing.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
It's a pop-up book! Yes!
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh! Yeah! I love it! God, why is it so cool? Calvin Finch. Oh, is it like a black
Sven
room?
gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished.
Yes!
He never put it down.
This is where you develop pictures. And they're drying. Wow. Okay. Milton. Oh, the swing. I feel like you would have seen that massive hole, even if you weren't sat down. Oh, this is the twins' room! With the... I knew it. I knew he was like a soldier boy. And this guy liked space. So Calvin liked space and Sam was the soldier. I love the two colours. It's so cool. But I love how it also doesn't match. Like the window's a bit off to the left, so they had to put some of Calvin's curtain over Sam's side. There'll be tons of stuff to look at here. The shield. How did they draw that? That's incredible. I don't know what the purpose of coming up here is. Other than just to get a higher view of the house. The hat there, maybe. I can't interact with that yet. I can't cross this rope by the looks of things.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin,
Oh, yes I can.
and that he never talked about him.
Damn. Oh. What? Oh, I glitched. Huh. Feel like that shouldn't have happened. Yeah. Just gonna click out of that. Go back in. Oh, it closed it. Alright, well, let's try that again. Not sure how that happened just now. But let's go again, I guess.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin,
Yeah.
and that he never talked about him.
Don't throw me through the world,
I guess my
please.
grandpa didn't like history any more
Thank
than
you.
my mom did.
Right, wait a second. I don't know if I can clip that. If I can't clip it now, I will clip it in a minute. It doesn't look like I can. Oh well. It's fine. Feel like that... Yeah, I don't feel like that was a natural occurrence there. I'm trying to see if I can clip it from my phone maybe, but by the looks of things I can't. Never mind. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. On we go. 1950, so he was 11. Oh, these logs the grandma made. Okay. Oh. Wow.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch.
Oh.
The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Got a broken foot.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Is this how he died? He like fell off?
Calvin, dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
No. I don't know what I'm doing.
I told him going around was impossible.
I have to go around the swing.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Oh no!
I think he'd already made up his mind.
So... Oh, this is so sad.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
This is it. I did it! Shit.
The day he made up his mind to fly.
Oh shit!
And he did.
I'm getting emotional, dude. What the hell?
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Oh no! I'm actually getting emotional for real now. This game I've been playing for not even an hour. Already got me
After the
crying.
funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Don't throw me through the world again, please. Thank you. Now what? Ah. Hello? That's awesome. What is this fucking weird Rube Goldberg contraption? How do they afford all of this?
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
I'll go in here first. Is that a bra? Yes.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oh, that's why Bigfoot was on the music box. The bra's a bit weird for a child. Seattle Starlets. There's
I
no
never
way she
thought
read
about how
these
hard
books.
it must have been for her afterwards.
Happy birthday, Barbara. Is that a... Doesn't look like cake. It looks like a pizza. With cheese on it. Barb Street. Wow, 3D. They were advanced. She was 16. Okay, she wasn't that... Oh, I thought she was a child.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most
Wow.
unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child,
Oh, this is so cool!
Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles in secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box.
Oh.
The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
Ah.
I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, it's me. Oh, wow, I'm actually controlling this.
And as she wound the key, she listened.
Hey,
for
Aled,
Rick,
I know.
But the house was silent.
It already got me teared up. Less than an hour in. Welcome to the stream, bro. Oh, the music! What's that? Is that Halloween? This is Halloween, right? I love this music. Oh, I see blood already.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
I've never played this before, and I'm loving it so far. I'm a girl. Hey, welcome to the stream anyway. What a great last page. Just her ear. Oh, I
Edie
love
told me
it.
All Barbara wanted was to be remembered.
I love it so
As absurd
much.
as that comic was, maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Perhaps Barbara is not dead after all. Damn, dude. Well, I guess we're going back then, because there was another way to go.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, I feel like I may have missed that on the way up. That's why it was there. Alright, well, let's go to the music box then, I guess. Which I think was downstairs? It's over here, wasn't it? Fucking dark, innit? I wanna see. Oh no, there it is. The controls are weird, sorry. Give me the key. Yes. Yes. So that's where he fell. You can see where they replaced the banisters. Oh, I love it. That's so cool that they actually just... Oh, damn. This game is so pretty. Oh. It's making me giddy. No wonder it won a damn award. Right, down we go. Some guy with a shotgun. Blows my head off. I wonder if the bandsaw's still down here. It is! Is it still bloody? There's no trace of blood on it. Wow.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Is that the dragon he was building? He's designing the slide. The slide that led to his untimely departure. Oh.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Is Rick still in there? It's just Rick's dead body.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Huh. Oh, it's electricity. There's a generator in there. A little bit creepy. It's better.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Don't fuck about.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
So there actually were. There were like rationing food. What are these? Tasty beans.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Right, I want to look this way. Give me a minute. Nothing in there. Okay. 1952, so he was 8 plus 5, 13. No, 2005, sorry. What am I thinking? So he was 53. 53.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what
So
kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
It's just the same routine. It even falls in the same place.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
I love that on the can. What are they?
And then one
peaches?
day, everything just stopped.
No earthquake.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone.
Oh, it is peaches.
Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
I should have looked at the date. Was that significant?
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
What's he making down there? Oh, he's like painting little miniatures. Oh, looks like we're leaving. But we're not going that way. So where am I going? Hello? Oh. I have to leave while I still can. Jesus, where is this? Wow. Jiggly Farms grape jelly.
I know it's out there somewhere.
So is he like a paranoid?
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly.
I'm trying to figure out the age of these people, like in reference to my character. As in
And Calvin.
Edie Jr. But that's a bit unhygienic.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Wow, what a cool effect.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it,
Just hit,
especially the food.
gets hit by a train immediately.
I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week.
So what
I'd
is
be
it?
happy with one more day.
Oh, the mod still may have been cancer.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
So Walter was 1952, so he was old. Obviously.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
So wait a minute. Odin made Edie. And Edie and Sven had Walter. So Edith, Milton and Lewis, there were 3 of them. They're the brothers. They're the siblings. Don't know who Sanjay is. I guess we'll find out who that is in a minute. But alright. Let's just carry on.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Wow. Looking out onto the lake. That is a painting. Actually, wait a minute. I wonder if the little train set's still there. It is, look. as it was left in the memory, it remains. Oh, is this like foreshadowing what's gonna hit him? It was like foreshadowing. I should have seen that. Preparing us for the future. Well, down we go.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
Uncle.
I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself.
I agree. I damn agree with you.
And found out what happened to everyone else.
Oh my god.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be
The
problem.
letters reflect in the wall. Oh my days, I love it.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse. We made it real.
Oh shit. That's cool. I never even noticed that. The way the game makes you play. Oh, so there was no train. So what killed? Oh, maybe there was actually. So what the hell?
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Is that the broken?
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Thought I could hear knocking. Is that the broken house that sank?
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
See, maybe I'm supposed to go down this way. Not letting me. See, I'm too curious about that thing in the distance over there on the water.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I'm keeping one of my headphones out in case I hear knocking again, because if I do have to run downstairs really quick and give my neighbour something.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
The pure atmosphere of this game is so stunning. It's truly beautiful.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
So we went around the house basically.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
That's horrible.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Wait, there's a cemetery? Oh god, here it is. Oh god, here it is.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
The pet cemetery. Christopher. Oh, the goldfish lived 5 years. That's a long time for a goldfish, actually. Shadow, 10 years, not bad.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Wait. Bob, who looks like it was a dog, lived 4 years. Oliver lived 7 years. Shatsy lived 14 years. I don't know what that was. Frog, we don't know. And Bailey, 12, no. 10, 13. 13 years. I don't even know if these are animals or people now. Burpee. Aw, Derpy and Derpy Jr. Went through loads of animals.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Oh, look, here's all the deaths. Barbara Finch the star. Born October 1944, died at 16. Or, well, we don't know if she's dead, but Walter died at, we said 53. Edie. Getting emotional again. It's so pretty. Calvin was one of the twin that fell off the swing. Wow. No wonder it won.
I'm sure
awards.
Odin's monument had been Edie's idea.
Jesus.
My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Oh, that's his kids reaching out for him, who I guess, I don't know.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh, it was the house! I knew it! Cry my eyes out, by the way, sorry. Let's have a look at it. I wonder if I have to go there. That would be so cool if I could go to the house. A bit blurry. I want to see the damn house. Show me the house.
Edie said
There
she
it is.
dreamed about the old house every night.
It's not that far out. I could probably go there. If I had a boat or something.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
I also love how now it's night
But
time.
the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
So Gus is a new one. Sam was he was 33. Sam was the Patriot. Gus, I can't remember. Sam was one of the twins. Gus, I've never met. Gregory, I don't think I ever met. He was 1. Oh, we never spoke about him yet. We haven't met him yet. And Gus was 69 to 82, 1, 10, 13. 13. What's with all the... Why are they all dying children, for fuck's sake? Oh, this is a new area. Okay, Milton. Which one was Milton? The one that went missing. Oh, they put a gravestone up even though they weren't sure he was dead? That's horrible. With a torch for, like, hope, maybe? Or maybe it's a paintbrush. It looks like a torch, though. Sanjay Kumar. Don't...
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Lewis... Is that a crown? 88 to 2010, is that? Yeah. So he was 32. No. 22. Lewis was the one that worked in the canning factory or something, I think.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, If she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
What? Oh shit. Oh, don't fall, you knob. Go back. Go back. This way. We'll get on a more solid branch. Why are you doing this at pregnant? You know this is a bad idea. For God's sake. What's in here? Don't look pregnant. Oh, actually, yes I do. Never mind. Wait, I'm 17 and I'm 22 weeks pregnant?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but
Jesus.
I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Never met Grandpa Sam.
They were both pretty intense.
$1950, so this is, he was 33. Badass.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
So
What?
Dawn is the daughter. Oh,
Am I
Dawn's the
gonna
mum.
have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Okay. Wanna get out of this?
It's too early, Dad. Okay.
I'm supposed to look at her book? I don't understand. Oh. Good gun. There it is.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Oh, I can
Just
say...
want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off. Perfect.
Cool.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey,
Oops.
language.
Where is she?
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
I should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Oh, the music.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
I love how it tells you like
Your
what.
Grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Yay.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
What a great picture too. Nailed it. She's crying in the background. You taking a selfie?
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
I'll have to get up there. Run, boy. Run, boy.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about.
Dad!
Oh. Oh, shit, no. Papa. Papi. No.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
So we've got Barbara, Molly. So Molly was nowhere near related to us. So, wait a minute. Grandpa Sam, she said. So, Dawn is Sam's daughter. Walter, Sam, Calvin, Barbara, and Molly were all siblings. And Sven was Edie's husband. So Edie and Sven were the grandparents. Odin and Ingeborg were the great-grandparents. Those 5 were the siblings. Or the sort of uncles and aunties. Okay. Wow.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
That looks like a real picture too. I wonder if that's actually a real family. Oh, I wonder if I'm going to have to come here later and open that.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Liv. Oh. Oh. Airline ticket. K. Don't remember K. But okay, let's go forth.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Mum and Edie got really close. So her mum and her mum, I guess? Her mum and her mum's mum, I mean. Gregory. Oh, this is the Barbie that died. What? No, no, no. What are you doing? Get out. Big mouth. Is that going to be a birth certificate or something? Divorce contract. Between Kay and Sam.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Am I going to play as the baby? Oh, yeah.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Oh, the ducky's following me. I'm controlling the frog. A magic baby?
That time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
This is where I like
Sam,
turn up
I
drowning.
told you I don't want to talk right now.
Oh,
I wonder what he saw,
yeah.
what his world was like.
The ducky. Hey. Yeah.
He reminded me so much of Calvin,
I'm gonna ruin all this family.
lost in his
They're
imagination.
dancing around me. What's that in the middle there? I'm trying to spin in a circle without moving at all. wish that? What? What do you wish? I feel like I'm gonna get hit by lightning. The lightning will strike my kite. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought that was the lightning bolt. What am I stuck on? I'd break the game. Oh shit! There it is. Okay.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day.
It's like a jellyfish.
Out there on the beach alone. Just you, the wind, the sea and foam.
Jesus.
But I didn't. Until we found you.
Jeez.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
So that's what the pinwheel represents. I like how the mum's bunk is completely empty. No playing outside without permission, no answering the door for strangers, no messes after dark, all chores before dark, respect others. Raise flag, 7:30. Breakfast at 8 and quiet time at 11. Be a baby. Routine, jump rope, jumping jacks, push-ups, crunches, run to mailbox and back. Climbing frame. Well, let's try it.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
You are pregnant, love. You might want to give it a rest. Religious.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
So now we get to learn the mum's story, I guess. I have a feeling it's going to be the saddest one.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay's my papi. Flew to India in June of 1987.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Wow. That's what I did, guys. I haven't moved to India, but...
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Edith Milton. It's like a middle finger, get it? I think. Meantime, taking Basil Lewis. The organised one. Dawn, the also organised one. I love how you can get just personality readings off of a pot in a... you can understand their personality just based on environment. It's not even anything to do with their character. It's unbelievable.
The house had to get a little
when,
bigger, but Edie was used to that.
I love when games do that, when they just make an effort to try to make you understand the character without having to directly tell you about them. I love that.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
It's the best type of storytelling, when you don't have to listen to stuff, when you can see stuff. Show, don't tell. This is the one thing we learned, the one thing I really remember the most vividly from university. Show, don't tell when you're making a story. Treat your reader as if they have a brain. Make them put things together. I love that.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Guess I have to go. I want to see what's up here, though. Wait a minute. Curious. Oh, that's a whole other section. Alright, let's do this first. I don't know how long this game is, by the way. But I'm gonna finish it, hopefully, in this stream. I want to look inside first.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Let's go in. Castle door. Wow, it's pretty good architecture. He must have been a pretty good painter for his age.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
It's a lizard. Looking out onto wheat. I hope you guys are invested in this story as much as me, because this is incredible. I'm so just invested right now. I don't want to do anything else. Magic paintbrush.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, it's a little thingy book. Oops. Sorry. I let go of the click. So he's inside his skip flip book drawing a door. And the door's gonna open, I bet. Yeah! Wow. So Milton was her brother.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
I want to try the door now.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Oh, there's 2, they're like identical, look. No, that can't have been it. There's got to be something more up there. Wait a minute. I need to look around one last time. Bear with me. This music is beautiful as well. I guess there wasn't anything. Oh, there's the paintbrush. Well, that's what I wanted. I was hoping I'd be able to... Alright, well, I guess we're going up to the top of that house then.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
So this is Lewis's room.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room, except Lewis.
And he was 22. I love how this is his way in. It's like the bumper of a car, it looks like, or a boat or something. It's got a nargile.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Nargile, it's called in Greek, I don't know what it's called in English. I guess a shisha. Here's a letter from my mum.
Dear Mrs. Finch, As Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
Wow.
Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
What? Oh, God.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
What is that? I don't know. What am I doing here?
wander.
Oh, it's a top-down view. Wow. Wow, that's awesome. Oh, that's so cool! You just do it subconsciously.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
Okay, in that way. Did I really go this way? I think I did.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats.
Bats.
And toads.
Ha ha ha. That's cool. Is that a dragon?
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Oh, that's awesome.
He took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
That's awesome!
I worried about him then.
It just added a whole new dimension like it was nothing.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
But I'm not focused.
Like a whole new Lewis.
Oops.
So I let him go on.
You idiot. You shouldn't have done that. My brother's dead because of you.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Hearing a fluff. Fluff!
He told me he'd made a new friend.
Hi. Come with me, boy.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built
way
the
the
city
cutting
up slowly,
interaction.
brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play.
I love how
Talk
this
about
whole thing is
starting a
happening in the
band.
background with the fish. And also it's a lot bigger now, it looks like. We talked about starting a band. Like
And he was always humming something.
the actual 3D game, not the cannery, the game that I'm controlling Lewis there, it's getting a lot larger. Before it was just a small square, now it seems to be taking up a lot more of the screen.
Every day his imagination grew stronger.
I should have to cut the head off or something. I thought like the guy
He
would
no
drop
longer
the head.
spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
So he's like slowly losing
And one
his
day it struck
mind.
him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
That
They
little
begged
sound
him to
effect.
stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
So I thought I had to touch them, but I guess I just have to sew past them.
St. Louis.
Sounds like the Twitch. It sounds like a Twitch following.
He started
sound.
drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home.
Minneapolis.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh no, I'm just lost now in my mind. And it is getting bigger. I can see it's getting closer to the blade.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
beautiful prince or a handsome queen. A handsome queen.
handsome queen.
Wordplay. I like it. It's actually Steve from Minecraft.
The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister. Let's go with sinister serpents.
sinister serpents.
I love how you can just tell the game, like, make your own game up. So far there are 4 ways you could do. Prince Serpents, Prince Rainbows, or Queen Serpents, Queen Rainbows.
He followed the sound of her.
Now there's 6. Electric Sitar, hell yeah.
Electric sitar.
Starts playing ACD, fucking Pink Floyd. Oh, I missed one.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Ah, look, now there's nothing. Now it's just hand and fish.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Wait, no, we can actually
But he
look
was
at
so
him.
proud of having created it.
Wow, look at him. The fish is a recurring thing in his imagination, though. It's like he
In
hasn't
his
really...
own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
He hadn't fully lost his mind. It's like his reality was coming into his imagination every now and again, but not...
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
This game... I can't!
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Wait, I want to speak to the Queen. I want to go to the Queen! Let me give her a smooch. Oh, I guess I can't. It's hard to argue with it. This is inside the cannery. Oh! Wow. Oh my god. I wonder whose locker this is.
He began to forget the world we know.
Oh, he's gonna kill himself, isn't he?
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Oh no.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
I've just lost my mind at this point. No, I've just lost my mind at this point. The blade's not even on anymore. What do I do? I have to go up there, I guess. That's so sad.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
You're faceless. It's crazy that it displaces you and puts you in a place like this, whereas in real life he's actually still at that factory.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting them.
To think this is all happening inside his head. It's just that empty factory.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
That's why he had a crown on his gravestone.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
This doesn't look very nice. This is it. Goodbye, world.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Fucking hell.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Gamer's keyboard there. WASD is highlighted. Jeez.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
They're packing peanuts.
But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
She wrote a book.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Is this my room? No, this is going to be my room now. How magical it is.
But it had to end one way or another.
Why? What was that?
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
You can hear in her voice the hesitation that she doesn't want to tell us. trying to figure out what's so low to the ground.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
My little girl now. I am a little girl.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
So I like how we're going into the library in the past, even though we came back in the future, and as the gamers, as the players, we didn't know what was in here.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Am I gonna go to the house?
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go to the house.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle
Sorry,
of the
I'm
ocean.
trying my eyes out here for some reason.
They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
Man.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Let's go forward. I haven't lost my way at all. It's this way.
I got turned around.
I was holding forward, I didn't turn at all.
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Yeah, we made it. So I guess I'm the grandmother now. I didn't even look down.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
The story.
The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Isn't she died?
After that, we moved around a lot.
I'm controlling.
We
this
both
one.
tried to make the best of it.
We don't know anything about her dad other than that he was Indian.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
What?
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh, this is me being born now, isn't it?
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now,
you know,
things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
No! What? What? I want to go back. I want to finish the story. No! How could it end like that? Jeez. Wow. What a fucking game. What a game. I'm so happy I downloaded that. Fucking mess. Got hair in my mouth and shit. Wait a minute. Wow. For those of you that watched all of that, wow is all I have to say. For those of you that have never played this game before, I 100% recommend experiencing this. Holy cow. The music alone is beautiful, but the story, Christ. Sorry. Oh my days. Oh. Like, I can't even... I wish I knew. I wish I knew what word I could use to describe this game. There's no word. There's not one word that can describe this. I guess incredibly emotional, obviously. But I think more so the fact that there's always that hint that it may have been cancer. It just seemed that so many characters knew that they were going to die. I can't tell if it was them knowing about some kind of curse, maybe, and they were kind of just accepting it. But one of the younger boys, I remember saying that I'm going to be dead soon anyway. It may have been Milton, I can't remember, but not Milton. Sorry, it may have been one of the twins. I can't remember what his name was, but the space twin. I don't remember if he's the one that survived. One of the twins, anyway. Is it cancer? The fact that the mum had that bracelet on really made me kind of set that into my head. Fucking hell. Wow. What an absolutely beautiful game. What happened? I can pick the... I guess I'd pick a chapter. Wow. See, I don't know if Kay, Sanjay and Sven are... I mean, Sven we found out, Kay we didn't find much about, and Sanjay we didn't really find much about. But... wow. Well, that was quite the experience. I don't know if there's secrets in this game. I doubt that there is, because I did quite a thorough look around. But that was one of the most beautiful, incredible games I've ever played. I've never had a game make me cry this much. Sorry. No game has made me cry this much, except for when I watched a walkthrough of the first Last of Us. When I watched a walkthrough of that game, I was crying my eyes out. But this I think tops that. Jeez. Right. I think I'm not gonna end the stream here, but I am gonna stop this stream just so the VOD can save, so I can upload this to YouTube, and then start another stream. And I'm gonna play something relaxing like Stardew Valley or something like that, because I can't. I just want to appreciate this now. So I'll end the stream in a sec. Thank you all so much for watching. For those of you on YouTube, for those of you watching on YouTube, I stream every day from 12 until 4 on weekdays and 2 until 6 on weekends, including Friday. What a weird ending to the stream. I'm fucking crying my eyes out putting an end to this video. But anyway, yeah. I'm gonna call it a day for a sec, and then I'm gonna end the video here for YouTube, and on stream I'm gonna end the stream and come back. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Whew.